Welcome back to RS Wolves TV, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keeson Chapman. Here with me is Mr. Jeremiah Jazz. So we got a great matchup tonight featuring your very own Reed Spring Wolves and the visiting Patriots from East Newton. JJ, how are we feeling about tonight?
I feel really well. Both teams have 6 losses and 5 or 6 wins on the season, so should be a very great matchup coming into this one.
On the bump for tonight is number 6, Landon McKinster. He has been a focal point on this Reed Spring team after transferring from Branson to start the school year, and he's even really good at the plate, so we'll see what kind of stuff he has tonight. 2-1 count, steps off the mound, keeping the runner at second, and we'll do it again. Still a 2-1 count. McKinster with the pitch is down low for ball number 3. We go McKinster to deal here with a 3-1 count. That is inside for strike 2. Full count now coming up here for the Reed Spring Wolves. Already a runner at second. That one is hammered down to second. He gets it to first, and runner moves to third. So one down to start the first inning for the Wolves as they have a base runner on third.
Let's see how this East Newton team does with runners in scoring position today.
Swung on and hit into deep center field. Bridges stepping back. He's got it easily. He's going to try and get it all the way to home. It's not going to get there. East Newton gets an early run on the board on the sac fly.
Nice fundamental baseball there, getting the runner in from third.
That'll now be 2 outs and a run scored to start the frame for East Newton. Mr. Fields, that one is down low and will be ball number 1. Went over the head of the catcher. Again, the Wolves got a new turf field this year, so balls bounce a little bit more on turf than they do on grass. This one is swung on and fouled off. Here you go, McKinster swung on, and that one is going to be fair. Round in play, and he will stay at second base. Finally get it in play after the double. And we got a pinch runner coming in for East Newton as they have 2 outs, 1 run, and now a runner in scoring position at second. If the Wolves can get out of here with just 1 run let up, that will be huge going into the bottom of the first. McKinster checks, he deals, and that one is down low for ball 1. McKinster getting himself into situations to start this game where he's down 1-0 immediately. Definitely will need to clean that up moving forward. That one's down low again, so 2-0 count now early on in this at-bat. McKinster deals 2-0 pitch, and that time it was inside. 2-1 now the count as McKinster gets a strike on the board. McKinster gets him the swing, and now we got it all tied up 2-2. Looking to get his first strikeout on the game right here with this payoff pitch. Oh, we got a full count now here. Still a runner at that second base. Landon checks, he deals. Swung on, and that will be his first strikeout of the match. And East Newton leaves one on second and puts one on the board here at the top of the first. So JJ, defensive inning there for the Wolves. They let up one run. Is there anything that you noticed there that you would maybe change up?
I was just getting those counts early in, just get more strikes in there, because you're getting all these hitter-friendly 2-3 count, 2 balls, 0 strike counts, 3 balls, 0 strike counts. Just need to get more strikes on the board early.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if that gets cleaned up going into the bottom of this, or the top. Bottom of the first now. Wolves up to bat, and you know the bats have been hot recently. We saw a huge Spokane team a couple of days ago. Obviously, last night versus Cassville was not the best effort by the Wolves, but you know, looking at that Cassville game, the Spokane game, they did really well at the plate.
Yes. We should see how they do under these 500 teams, because again, they're under 500, and these Wolves only have lost one game that has not been tournament play to a team that's under 500. So let's see if we can get another victory here against another team that's under 500.
Exactly, but the one thing the Wolves do have to deal with, though, is leaving guys on base has been very rough for this team early on in the year. They've done very well at getting guys on base and getting guys into scoring position by stealing or getting doubles or vice versa, but they just haven't been able to capitalize, and that's a big thing in baseball, is being able to capitalize on those runners on base and get them across home. That's been a big challenge for the Wolves offensively so far this season.
Yeah, I think what comes into play with that is this team is very, very youthful. We have only one senior in Landon who's pitching tonight, and three juniors on this team. So we shall see how that comes into play. Batting here now is MJ Bridges, as he ran that one out, as that will be an infield single. But your starting nine for your Wolves will be MJ Bridges at batting number 1, Isaac Hayes, Landon McKinnister, Isaiah Hayes, the freshman, Carter White, Caden Evans, Christian Ramsey, Dallas Coleman, and then Keller Gardner rounding it out tonight.
So here we go. That one of those juniors that you talked about, Isaac Hayes, now up to the plate. This kid is extremely athletic, is a 3-sport athlete, and has done really well in sports for this Reed Spring School District. And trying to pick, Bridges gets back there. Doing a very good job watching that pitcher.
Big lead.
There we go, a bunt set down by Hayes, and he's going to be out at first, but Bridges moves to second. That will be a sacrifice there for Isaac Hayes.
Yes, that was called a hit, and that batter took off the second. So there's no purpose in that besides getting.
Here you go, now coming up for the number 3 hole is McKinster, the pitcher for tonight. This first one is down for strike 1. Good pitch there by this East Newton pitcher. Oh, on count. McKinster swings, and it's driven out into center. He's going to get under it. He gets it into his glove. Bridges stays at second. that was the left fielder coming in to haul that one.
So we shall see if that doesn't come into play, because normally if there's no wind, the ball is easy to read.
Here you go. Next coming up to bat is Isaiah Hayes, the freshman brother of Isaac Hayes.
He's been in a little slump lately, not getting as many hits as he first did, striking out a little bit more like you were talking about. So we shall see if he can get out of that today.
Isaiah there swung at that one, and it will be 0-1 now. That one way down low, and Bridges is going to steal third. A wild pitch there from the East Newton pitcher moves a guy up to third in scoring position with 2 outs here. 1-1 count for Isaiah Hayes at the plate. One pitch. Yep. It'll be outside, call for ball 2. And now we got Isaiah Hayes ahead of the count.
Let's see how we can do in these batter-friendly counts.
Swung at it and did not connect. Gonna be knotted up. 2 strikes, 2 balls with 2 outs on that scoreboard. Wolves really wanting to get MJ across this plate real quick just to knot it up in this first inning. That one's down low, and it's going to be full count now. Wild pitch. MJ decides to stay at third.
Nice read there by East Newton's catcher just to see that one and locate it where MJ cannot come across.
Yeah, if I'm this East Newton pitcher right now, I'm saying, hey, I can give up a walk here. He's only going to first. It's not going to advance that runner at third. And this time, actually, he's going to strike him out. So, 4 up and 3 down to start off this period for the Wolves as the defense comes back out.
Yes. So both pitchers now have 1 strikeout, and we shall see how many of those we can get in this inning or this game by each side. Hopefully next time we can get that runner in scoring position to come across. It wasn't a bad. There was only not that many pitches thrown by the East Newton pitcher. We swung out a lot of balls early in the counts. That just last Isaiah swung or had taken the most amount of pitches.
And MJ, like you said, they were swinging early. MJ got contact of that first pitch in the inning and found a way to move up to first. But again, it's leaving those guys on base. But then he was left on third in scoring position right there, and the Wolves just could not get him across. So early woes for both the defense and the offense for this Reed Spring team. They're going to have to clean it up.
As you see, playing catcher is Isaac. First is Carter White. Pitching is Landon. Second is Dallas Coleman. Shortstop is Caden Evans, which is normally where Landon plays unless he's pitching. Isaiah Hayes at third. Christian Ramsey in left. Keller in right, and MJ in middle field.
Here you go, McKinser's first pitch of the inning was called strike, and now this next one is a ball. So 1-1 count knotted up here to start off the top of the second. Outside, 2-1 count now, and you mentioned these notes, JJ, that the Patriots East Newton is coming off of a 10 teams in the small class in Missouri. So, you come to expect it if you're a fan, but East Newton already getting a run on the board to start this game, you gotta think they're feeling confident.
Yes, we gotta see how that confidence comes into play for both teams, because both teams got blown out in their last game. So let's see who can get more confidence back and score, as that is a walk dealt by Landon McKinnister. So now there's a runner on first with nobody out.
Yep, full count, just couldn't get it up and across the plate. And see how the rest of the inning goes. McKinster checking on the runner at first. And he is going to try and pick him off. He gets back safely. Just keeping him honest and on his toes.
That was a really big lead there by the base runner.
McKinster checking again. He's going to deal. First pitch down low and outside. Ball 1. Another big leadoff from this East Newton base runner. And this one's going to get in. Strike 1. So again, a 1-1 count here for McKinster. Swing and a miss. Now McKinster ahead 1-2 in the that is huge for the pitcher. So that is his second strikeout of the match. And that will put an out on the board. Still runner at first base. Base runner leading off at first. McKinster checks. Deals to him, and he's going to get back, and he is out. Good work there by the defense to call him out for stealing. And, you know, whenever you're stealing like that, you can't be indecisive. You can't just get halfway there and be like, oh, nope, I want to go back to first.
Yeah, I think
you got to really commit.
Yeah, I think he was seeing that ball in the dirt. Took too big of a bite to chew off because he was like, oh, maybe he'll get past him, and just couldn't get back in time. As that pitch is inside for a strike.
Yep, 1-1 count here for McKinster. And again, very good awareness by the defense to know that, you know, he's halfway to second. This one is way out into center, and it is tracked down by Bridges. Good running track down there by MJ Bridges, and that will be the end of the top of the second. Into the bottom of the second we go for the Reed Springs bats, and definitely clean it up offensively after that last inning.
Yeah. Coming up to bat is Carter White batting first, then Caden Evans in the 2-hole, and then Christian Ramsey batting third, and then Dallas Coleman in the hole in the dugout. Let's see if we can get more first pitch contact. That's a good strategy if you can hit the ball, but that won't get you far in this game, and this pitcher will be able to deal many, many innings if you just swing at that first pitch. And
yeah, definitely got to see it better. You know, coming out of the hands, got to get a good eye on the ball and make sure.
Yeah, that risk reward. If you swing at it and get good contact the first pitch, I mean, it's a hit, so hit's a hit. It's good no matter what. But if you can't get good contact and you're just getting outs on the first and second pitch, that's just going to get this pitcher into the 5th and 6th inning and save their bullpen arms, which is going to help them down the road. As Carter steps up to the plate. There's only 2 lefties in this Reed Spring lineup, and Carter White is one of them. We see that again.
He belts it out to second, and an easy play at first. So the first batter swung on the first pitch, and that will lead to the first out of the bottom of the second for the Wolves.
Stepping up to the plate, Caden Evans, the sophomore.
Swung and missed it. So an early strike on the board, and like you said, they're swinging first pitch.
They see something in this pitcher. Swing and strike again. That's an 0-2 count now.
Yep. Down very early, and
he's dealing this ball really fast. As that is.
There we go. That one's in to right, and he is going to round and get back to first base. So there's a hit for Caden Evans on an 0-2 count.
Nice job just flattening it out, dealing up on the hands, just getting super late on the ball, just pushing it to the opposite field for a base knock. Coming up to bat now is Christian Ramsey.
Ramsey's going to swing on it, and that's going to get to short, and short's going to flip it right to first, but it goes out of the glove of the first baseman.
As Caden's rounding, thinks about it, and gets back. I think they saw that ball get away from him.
Yeah.
Got all the way to third, but I think he would have been safe at home because that guy was still looking for the ball. As that will be an error, and on that error, Christian Ramsey gets to first. Now batting Dallas Coleman.
There you go. Coleman's got runner. Good chance here as Ramsey is going to steal, swing it. Ramsey will get, and we'll see if he tries it again.
Another hit and run there. Let's see if they'll try stealing that and then steal home and just have Ramsey sit in the middle. As Ramsey leads again.
He gets back. Good pickoff attempt there, but he got back standing.
Yes.
And there we go, swung on and fouled off again. So now an 0-2 count here with one out and runners at the corners.
Let's see if what you said earlier, them just not capitalizing on their base runners, comes into play.
And Ramsey's going to steal for second, and he is out at the bag. Could not get there in time, and now there are two outs.
In a 1-2 count.
Yep.
I don't know what he was doing. He didn't slide, so I think he was just thinking, didn't think the guy threw it. So it was just heads up.
Yep. Swung in a wild pitch, and he is not going to get there in time. So runner left at third yet again for this Wolves team as East Newton gets out of a jam. Now the bats for the Patriots will come out, and the defense for the Wolves will have to pitch another shutout inning in order to stay in this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if Landon can get another quick inning, because he only gave up, I believe, one hit, or if that.
Yeah, he gave up a walk, but I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Yeah, he gave up the walk, and then the runner got to second. Let's just see if he can do that again, but not get the walk and just get out. More batters.
You know, speaking of Landon, this guy, he throws a pretty traditional, pitch lineup. He throws his fastball, his changeup, and his curveball, but he also tends to throw a sweeper on occasion, so I'm not sure if I've seen that so far today.
It looks a lot like that slider. I believe you said he had one.
He has fastball, changeup, curveball, and sweeper.
So yeah, it's a lot like a slider. It just has a little bit more downward movement to it, kind of like the curveball. So it's kind of like a slider curveball mix. Is that pitch in the dirt for ball one?
Yep.
Next pitch is a swinging bunt to Isaac.
And he is out. Yep, they got him at the bag, and East Newton team not agreeing with that.
It was a really close bang-bang play.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of weird. He looked like he was going to bunt, then he pulled it back and looked like it swung. So I think bunt or whatever it was, we got an out on it. So.
Yep. He needs to get to it out of his catching position. That one swung on and fouled off. Goes over the fence and down the hill, so now one down low for a called ball, 1-1 count. That one deep center field. MJ just has to stay in his place and catch it. Here we go. Now we got 2 down here for the Wolves in the defensive inning. McKinster, ooh, that almost got him. Outside for ball 1.
Aye.
Yep. Early 2-0 count now. Favorable batter here. That one is swung up. And it's going to be fouled off. So 2-1 count now. McKinster finds his way back in it.
Aye.
That one's, yep, outside. 3-1 count now.
Another one of these hitter-friendly counts. That one's inside and almost hits him as well, so that is a walk with 2 outs.
Which, I mean, if you're McKinster there, you're able to walk him. He's only going to first. You got 2 outs here. That's a walk that you can definitely give up.
Yeah. As long as that doesn't turn into a run, I believe he'll be perfectly fine with giving up a walk to him. As he gets a sizable lead at first.
Yep. Landon checks on him. He's going to get back to him, and he slides in back in there safely. And gets another really big lead. McKinster deals outside near the batter.
That is almost...
Sorry, no.
Yeah, that was close to the batter and almost hit him as well. But I guess his bat crossed the plate, so he kind of did, as the umpire called it, a strike.
Man.
Or it called him as a swinging strike.
Gets back again. He's back in there safely.
Just try and keep that runner honest where he
Yeah.
can't just size him up and then get a perfect timing steal on him.
He's definitely getting closer to that first base bag, that is for sure. McKinster deals. That one swung on. And Caden gets to it. It's over the head of the first baseman. And now we have runners at the corners.
With 2 outs.
Yep.
Looked like Caden was just trying to rush that one since that runner was hurrying, hustling down that line. I think he would have been fine if he just held it in his pocket, because then we would have had it for runners at first and second with 2 outs. But he rushed that and threw it over Carter's head. Thank goodness that Carter found that ball hurt fast enough where that runner could not score.
So here we go. 0-0 count here. Runners at the corners. McKinster checks. He's going to deal down in the dirt. And ball 1. That one down low again. 2-0 count. That one is in there for strike 1. 2-1 count now. McKinster trying to reel himself back into it.
We saw a nice second inning, and this is kind of starting to look like the first inning all over again. We didn't let up a run yet, but he got another header-friendly count with runners in scoring position. Hopefully he can get out of this one.
Here we go. That one is swung on and hit.
Hopped up down the first base line. I I believe it was dropped. So
Yep.
2-2 count with 2 outs. With runners on second and third.
Two strikes, 2 balls with 2 outs here in the third inning.
Missed opportunity there as they dropped the ball.
McKinster deals. That one's down the dirt, check swing.
Went too far. That's
Yep.
strike 3.
Hey, Wolves able to get out of that with no runs scored. Had runners at second. So now the Wolves offense coming out. Up to bat will be Keller Gardner to start it off, and then we'll flip the order back to Bridges, and then Hayes will be your 3-hole hitter. Looking at Keller Gardner, he is doing very good. He's second in team batting average, so we'll expect him to get on base a couple times tonight and try and capitalize on opportunities. East Noon so far defensively have been doing very good. Wolves have been held scoreless through 2 so far going into the bottom of the third. Here we go. Keller Gardner coming up to the plate now for the Wolves. Again, he is second in team batting average, so we expect him to have a pretty good game tonight. First pitch, he's going to swing on it, and it is popped up and fouled off. So 0-1 count to start off for the freshman. That one outside, 1-1 now the count. Nobody on base. And that one outside yet again. Keller Gardner gained a lead on this pitcher early on with a 2-1 count. That one outside yet again, 3-1. This pitcher's starting to speed up his pitches. This one is swung on and fouled off yet again. So full count coming up for the freshman batter. And tipped off the bat yet again. Another foul ball. And now pitch number 7 coming up at this at bat. Swings on this one, down over to second. He can't glove it cleanly, and he'll just keep it in his glove. So Gardner gets a hit, and now will lead off at first. Now batting is MJ Bridges. And Gardner is going to try and steal second. He gets in there safely. And Gardner has a steal under his belt as well. That pitch was down for a strike, so 0-1 count starting out for Bridges, who, at his last at-bat, got a single off of a first pitch swing. That one's outside. Catcher does a great job at stopping that one. That could have been trouble, and it could have moved Gardner up to third if he did not glove that. Next pitch is swung on and missed up high. 1-2 count now. Bridges finds himself a pitch away from struck out. And a 1-2 in the batting column. That one's up high. Very good eye there by the junior. Played on varsity a little bit last year. Did a very good job. And now as a junior is one of the leading voices on the team. That one's fouled off back our way. And he will stay alive in this count, still a 2-2 count. Bridges swings, and that one is popped up, coming our way. And it will be foul ball. Lands near the batting cage. And Bridges will get back to the plate, still a 2-2 count. Here you go, 2-2 count for Bridges. Swings on it, and it's into left field. Keller Gardner rounding third, heading for a home, and he gets in safely. And Bridges tried going for second, but he is out. Either way, the run from third scores. And we got a tie ball game here with one out to start it off in the bottom of the third for the Wolves. Now coming up to bat is Isaac Hayes, the junior varsity men. Up high, Hayes had to duck for it, and it'll be a 1-0 count. That one's in there for strike one, so now we're all knotted up 1-1, all even. That last pitch outside, ball two. Check swing, he did not go, and outside yet again. 3-1 count with nobody on base. Inside, and Isaac thought he got that on the outside, but either way, he'll stay in that box for a full count pitch right here. Down low, and there he goes. That's the call he was wanting to get for ball four. So now up to bat is number 6, Landon McKinster. He grounded out last time he was up to bat, so we'll see what he changes here. Hayes gets back to first on a pickoff attempt. McKinster checks his swing, is down low, and it should be a 1-0 count. So 1-0 pitch. Upstairs yet again. That throw is off a line. Could not get it to second in time as Isaac Hayes has his stolen base on the game now. And again, that ball went upstairs, so it'll be 2-0 now. McKinster with a good lead to start this at bat. Down low yet again. 3-0 count. And this pitcher has to tighten it up a little bit. Here we go, 3-0 pitch. Outside again, and a 4-pitch walk now as McKinster moseys his way to first. So now up to bat is Isaiah Hayes. At both first and second, his older brother Isaac Hayes leading off at that second base. And he swings, belts it up the middle, and a double play opportunity here is made. And that will be the final out for the Wolves. And no, they're going to call it. McKinster was safe at second. So Isaac Hayes crossed the plate to score. So it should be 2-1 now as the score. The East Newton coach trying to debate it. I guess they're saying that he didn't step on the bag. So the inning continues. Carter White now up to bat for the Wolves. And yet they changed it. It's a 2-1 ball game now. Wolves take the lead after that misplay from the Patriots. That first pitch was a ball outside. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. White got a piece of it as McKinster leads off of second. White swings and fouls it off yet again. 1-2 count. Now for the first baseman. McKinster gets a good lead off at second. Swung in the dirt, and that one is over the first in time, and that now will be the final out of the inning. Wolves get 2 on the board in that third inning, and now we go to the top of the fourth. So JJ, Wolves get 2 on the board there. What did they do well that got them this 2-1?
I think they worked their counts well. They got in a lot of 3-2 counts, 2-1 counts. They got a lot of good counts, and then early on they got walks, which got a lot of base runners on the board, which got them. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, they got the 3 in the 1 inning, so now they're on top 3-1. Just like the softball game that's going on right now, the Lady Wolves scored 3 in the bottom of the first, so they're also in the game 3-1, just a few innings behind them.
Yeah, the Wolves now in this, going into the fourth inning, have 2 runs on the board. They average just about 3, almost 4 runs per game while letting up a full 6 runs per game. So, you know, there's a reason why there's a 5 in that win column and a 12 in that loss column. But I mean, looking at their strength of schedule to end off this season, I mean, they can easily get to 500 by the end of the season.
Yeah, and this has been a tough schedule for your Wolves. Like I'm saying, they've lost all of their games but one to teams that's over 500 by a few games. Because I was looking at it last night trying to study. Every team they've lost to has at least 2 to 3 wins over 500. They lost to an 8-9 Forsyth team, which I believe now is 9-9 at 500, and then they lost to a team in a tournament that was under 500. So they've lost to only one team that's under 500, as that has popped up and caught by Carter.
Yep, good play there by Carter White as he gets the first out of this 4th inning. Sun's starting to come out now here at the Breezy in Reed Spring, Missouri. Swung on and missed. 1-1 count now for McKinster at the plate. He's done a pretty good job so far. Obviously let up that 1 run in the first inning, but since then pitched. And that's all that matters. If you're able to pitch a shutout for an extended period of time, usually that leads to wins, as that one is popped up. And Carter White will get under it yet again for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, he's been working his counts in these 1-2 counts where these setters have to swing if it's a strike. So that's what Landon's doing well now. That first inning, he gave up a few walks and just didn't control the ball well.
Here you go, left-handed batter at the plate, swung on and missed for strike 1. McKinster doing a great job this inning, getting up ahead early on, as that one is swung on and popped up, fouled off, and it will be strike number 2.
Another hitter-friendly count here, 0-2.
Upstairs, 1-2 count now. Back to it, 1-2 pitch. And outside, 2-2 now. Just in an entry. Is that a Model T? That one's outside. Yet again, full count now for the Wolves. Kinzer needs to tighten up here. Get out of this inning.
I heard Keller giggling. I don't think he thought that one was a ball. I think he didn't hear the umpire on that one. That is a walk dealt by Landon. Hopefully
Again,
I did not jinx him.
Yeah.
He doesn't start walking.
Again, that's a good walk. Like, you can afford to give up that walk there with 2 outs, and that is the first base runner this inning for East Newton. Here you go, outside, 1-0 is the count. Pitch got away from him, and the first baseman will now move up to second pretty easily. So now McKinster has thrown 5 straight balls. Or sorry, 6 straight balls. And inside, and there we go. There is a strike for McKinster. 2-1 count now for the Wolves. That one is inside yet again. There we go, Landon. 2-2 count now with 2 outs here at the top of the 4th. Deals swung on and right back to McKinster at the mound, and he's going to get it to first in time. That will be the end of the top of the fourth. Your score is still 2-1. Wolves up by a run, as the bats for the Wolves will look to get out there and try to extend on this lead. Here you go, coming up to bat for the Wolves on this offensive possession. I believe Caden Evans will be up first. He got one to barrel up on his last at-bat, and then following him will be Christian Ramsey and Dallas Coleman as the three-hole hitter. So here we go, Evans at the plate. He swung on it, and it is fouled off. Good job there to barrel it up, as it will be a 0-1 count coming up. That one that time is absolutely screamed into the outfield, and it gets down for a base hit. Good work there by Caden Evans. Now 2 for 2 on the day, as now Christian Ramsey coming up to the plate. Good leadoff here from Evans. That one's down low into the dirt for ball. And he's going to try and pick him off, and he gets back in time. Evans lean back off first. And he gets picked off again. Or at least he tried to. And he gets back in there safely yet again. It's still a 1-0 count here, as Evans goes to steal, and he is going to get in there safely, and it gets away from him. Shortstop back there to receive it. And now a steal on the board for Evans, as that one was called ball 2, 2-0 count now for Ramsey at the plate. That one's outside yet again, so 3-0 count for Ramsey at the plate. Evans leads off second. Upstairs again, and Ramsey didn't even try. He just stood there and let it go past him. So a 4-pitch walk, a hit and a 4-pitch walk to start off for this East Newnan pitcher. Not seeing any action in that bullpen. So for now, they're just going to let him ride it out. Here you go, Dallas Coleman up to the plate, leading off. And he lays down a bunt. And they're going to get him out at third. So the sacrifice bunt did not work. And KJ Evans will be called out. Now it's Ramsey at second, Coleman at first. And up to bat is Keller Gardner. He rounded the bases at his last time running, and he got a base hit on his last at-bat. That one outside, 1-0 count for Gardner. steals. Down low again, the freshman taking it. Now 2-0 is the count. That one swung on and fouled off by Gardner. So now it's a 2-1 count. And Ramsey got back to the bag on that pickoff attempt. Still one out on the inning, and a runner in scoring position and another at first. Gardner swung on it, and it's fouled off yet again.
That one hit into the bullpen of East Newton. Hit a kid right in the face, too. It did. Looks like he's okay, though.
There you go, 2-2 pitch coming up. Down low, and a very good eye there by the freshman batter. Full count coming up at this at bat. Again, we got two runners, one on first and one on second. Swung on, and it will be caught by center, and a good job getting it back into play. Ramsey couldn't really do nothing about it, and so that will be the second out of the bottom of the fourth. So now up to bat, we turn the order yet again. Turn the order over yet again. MJ Bridges, as that one gets away from the catcher, and both runners move up one base. So Ramsey now at third, and Coleman now at second. Both runners in scoring position.
Let's see if we can hit these base runners in with runners at with these runners with two outs.
Bridges swings on it, and it is to third. He's going to try and get it there in time. He does. And that will be the end of the fourth inning. Your score still 2-1. Wolves keep their lead at 1 as the defense comes back out.
Checking back on the softball game, they're still winning 2-5. They have a lot of action going on over there. Seems like a lot of hits going on.
Yeah, and it's senior night over there for that softball team, so good for them to be up on their senior night.
Yes. We'll be streaming a game tomorrow for the softball team. You should come and watch that one too. It should be a good game.
Now going into the top of the fifth inning, McKinster still out there on the bump, so we'll see what he can do. He's pitched 3 shutout innings since that first one. He let up 1. First pitch is down low for ball 1. McKinster, that ball is swung on and into left field. Ramsey looking back, and it is out of the park, but it went foul. Now, what is the count for McKinster at the mound? He deals. That one is outside for ball 2. And a good pitch there by Landon. All knotted up 2 apiece in that strike count. Good eye there by the East Newton batter there as he checks his swing. Now a full count 3-2 pitch is in there. Oh, nope, it's outside. So a first at bat walk there to start the 5th for this East Newton team. Getting a pretty good lead there at first. McKinster deals. It's swung on into center. And first baseman's going to have to get back, as that will be the first out of this 5th inning. Runner at first gets back on that pickoff attempt. Still a 0-0 count. McKinster deals down low for ball 1. That one check swing, trying to steal for second, and that one goes over the head of Evans. So the umpire said he swung at it, and now it's all knotted up 1 apiece in that strike count. That one in there, and now McKinster is ahead 1-2 in that count. Outside, and now we're all knotted up 2 apiece. Here we go, 2-2 pitch. Down low, and now we got another full count here. That's the 2nd of this inning, and there's only been 2 batters.
Yes, I hope that he gets those brain back in. We've been saying he's walked about a batter every inning. I believe that. I don't believe the first guy walked. I think he got the hit. And that's another walk. It looks like he gets 1 every inning. Let's hopefully he can do exactly what he did last inning and get out of it with the 0 on the board, as he is now a runner on first and second with 1 out.
So as you said, runners at first and second, batter at the plate with 1 out in this inning. McKinster deals outside and down low for ball 1. That one is swung on to third. He gets on the base, and it is in time to... Oh, nope, they're going to call him safe. All right.
Nope.
Yep, runner at first will be safe, so that will not end the inning. good effort there by Isaiah Hayes, but got him out at third, so now only one runner is in scoring position at second and one runner at first.
Crucial to get that first runner out at third where they can't have first and third. 2-1 out, 2 outs.
First pitch was a strike in there, so it'll be a 0-1 count coming up for McKinster. McKinster deals. That one is outside, 1-1 count.
Yeah, let's see how both of these pitchers come in, because nobody's in the bullpen for either of these teams at the top of the fifth. So let's see how far these pitchers will be able to go.
That last one's fouled off now. McKinster back ahead 1-2, but every time he's been 1-2, it's gotten to the point where it's full count. So we'll see if he cleans that up here at this at bat. With 2 outs, and he's going to step off, keep the runner at second honest, and so we'll redo it. One-two pitch with 2 outs, and that got away from him outside, and runners advance to third and second. So now 2 runners in scoring position. 2-2 is the count. McKinster's 2-2 is in there, and that will be that'll be the third out of the inning. Your score stays 2-1 as the Wolves batters come on out.
Yeah, the thing is, he dropped the third strike, so the batter thought he was caught it, so then he had to start trying to run to first and try just dodging out of the way of Isaac.
I believe Isaac Hayes will start this next inning at bat, followed by McKinster and his little brother Isaiah.
More action from the softball game. Now it is 6-2. As it looks like Reed Spring is starting to score every inning in that game. Hopefully it'll be like that tomorrow when we stream that one.
That's a pretty good formula to have in high school baseball and softball. And we got some action here in the bullpen. It looks like Caden Evans may look to go in on this next inning, which means McAllister will then move to that shortstop position where Caden Evans was, and Caden Evans will move from that shortstop to pitcher just to close out the rest of the game, and he will have at least 2 innings to get it done.
Yeah, this is one of the first few games for Caden to get back. He didn't pitch much at the beginning of the season, still working on that arm, just trying to make sure it's healthy. So this is one of his, I think it's second or third game back as he tries to become a better pitcher and hopefully not hurt that arm, so he'll be great for next year.
Here you go. Isaac Hayes will look to bat here for the Wolves. It's getting a little chilly outside. Clouds moving over the sun completely. It was sunny just a few minutes ago, and now it's getting cold. I don't like it. First pitch swung on for strike 1. That one upstairs. Almost got him. Had to get out of the way of that one. 1-1 count now for Hayes. That one outside yet again. 2-1 now is the count. Fouled off. And we'll see a 2-2 count coming up for Hayes at the plate. That one way upstairs over the head, and we got a full count now here at the first at bat in this bottom of the 5th inning. Swung on and belted into left field. He's going to track it down, as that will be the first out of the inning. Good contact there by Hayes, just couldn't hit it hard enough to get over the fence. And now coming up is Landon McKinster. Now an outside for ball 1. Now an outside again, same location. Good eye there by McKinster for ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fired up in the air. And the pitcher goes and grabs it for out number 2. Got a little 2 under it there. Popped it straight up. And now the Wolves find themselves at a quick 2 outs to start off this inning. Up to bat now is Isaiah Hayes, the younger brother of the Hayes brothers, the freshman on this varsity lineup. That one in there for strike 1. And that time, that ball is outside. All knotted up 1 apiece in that strike count. Good eye yet again. 2-1 count. Swung on. And now we got it all knotted up 2-2 apiece. 2-2 with 2 outs at the bottom of the 5th. Your score 2-1. Swung on, dropped it, and that one is going to get in there in time. So a easy, quick 3 outs for this East Newton defense as we head to the top of the 6th. Your score is still 2-1, and East Newton really needs to get some runs on the board here.
It's been a great pitching duel by both sides today. Only letting up 1 for Landon, and then only 2 given up by the East Newton pitcher. As we both said coming into this one, both teams gave up about 5 to 7 runs a game. So that looks good. As I think Caden was just throwing a bullpen because Landon is back out there again.
Yeah, Landon out there. We're gonna see. I think the team's just gonna see how he does in this inning. If he does really well, they'll keep him out there for the 7th, let him pitch a complete game, but also got to keep an eye on that arm, make sure it's not getting too worked up out there. Landon had trouble with getting to full counts early on in that last inning, and that one is going to stick foul. Now go down for strike one. 0-1 count now. McKinster 0-1 pitch. In there for ball one. So 1-1 count. Like I was saying, McKinster struggled with getting to full counts in that last inning, but he did a great job leaving runners on base and didn't allow a run, even though at times it looked very, very close. 2-2 count now after that last pitch. We'll see what Landon can do here. Possibly get a first out, and that one is swung on and fouled off. Down low and outside, and yet again we have a full count here for McKinster at the mound. And that one is outside. So now we have a runner on base after that 6-pitch walk. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was more than that. I'm pretty sure it was closer to 7.
Yeah.
But either way, runner on first now as the next batter comes up.
Slide step there by Landon. That's like one of the only few times I've seen that in the game today.
Yep. 1-0 count for this Wolves defense. Keeping the runner honest there at first. Still a 1-0 count. Swung on and runner gets to second. So 1-1 count now with a runner in scoring position. In there, strike 2. And again, it's these 1-2 counts that gets Landon in trouble. But at that time, he swung, and that will be the first out of the top of the 6th inning. Remember, in high school baseball, they only played a 7. So, defensively, if you're the Wolves, you're just focusing on shutting out and not really worrying about getting too many runs on the board at the bottom of the 6th. Down low there, 1-0 count. Still a runner at second in scoring position. McKinster throws, and that one swung on and missed. McKinster 1-1 with 1 out. And runner stealing for third, and that one way out of the hands of Isaiah Hayes. So runner steals third. And now you gotta be careful with a runner now at third. That one down low for 2-1 now. As the count, Landon cannot let up a run here. Because then if you do, then you have to worry about getting runs on your end. In the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th here now. 1 out and a full count coming up for McKinster. McKinster deals. And that one is outside yet again. And he walks another one. Safely reaches first. And now runners at the corners. And Kaufman taking a visit to that mound. And we saw some action in that bullpen where Caden Evans was warming up that arm. Kaufman talking with the umpire now. And yeah, it looks like McKinster's moving to that shortstop position. And Evans will get the call at the mound to finish off this game. And with runners at the corners and 1 out, it doesn't look very promising here for the Wolves defensively. But if Evans can get them out of this jam, that will be huge for the Wolves.
We just heard the softball team, Chloe Raiders, hit a home run to make it 7-8 to 2.
Yeah, good work tonight by the softball team for sure. And good work tonight by the baseball team as well. Looking at a 2-1 lead. Still at the top of the 6th, so even after this defensive possession, they'll have one more for sure. Here you go, everyone back to their positions. As we will resume play here at the Breezy. Evans, pickoff attempt. Didn't get there in time. And the runner got caught up for a second. And another pickoff attempt from Evans over the first. Still a 0-0 strike count here. Evans steps off again. He really does not want that first baseman stealing. Evans deals. And stolen base at second. That one outside, 1-0 count.
Looked like they let that runner steal the base because they were worried about the runner from third coming in.
That one down low. Now 2-0 count. Evans outside again.
Rio, that's a hitter-friendly count where I don't think any pitcher wants to be right now. Second and third is only one out.
Yep.
Because they have to tag that runner now if that ball's hit in play.
And that one's down low, and the bases now are loaded.
But that brings in the force. So if anywhere, they can just tag the base now. So hopefully they can get an out here. As they go to the mound.
Yep.
To visit Caden. We saw him in the bullpen when he was throwing with Coach. On the outside, down let's just see if that comes into play here.
Yeah, for sure, and that is the second mound visit now for the Wolves in this inning. And, you know, whenever the Wolves are outside defensively like this, it really stops up the momentum offensively as well, because they're not hitting. They have quite a long time, so the momentum is starting to fade away. Gets back to their positions, and we resume play here with a new batter at the plate and a fresh count for Caden Evans. Evans deals. That one's in there for strike one. First strike for Evans in this game. That one is tipped off and fouled off. So now a 0-2 count now. Evans needing a strikeout here really badly just to get 2 outs on that board.
Strikeout or a pop out would be great here, yeah.
That one's in there, and he gets the strikeout. So now 2 down for the Wolves. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. There on that last count. Evans' first pitch of this new at-bat is swung on and popped up. Yep, it'll go out of play, but either way, count as a strike on that scoreboard. 0-1 count coming up for Evans. That one's in there, and they're stealing home. Is he in there?
Out.
He's out. What a saved inning for the Wolves there. They had bases loaded, man on third and second for the longest time, and they somehow escape with no runs scored. And it's not about how you start it, it's about how you finish, especially in cases like those. Now, offensively, the Wolves just have to worry about the next defensive inning, because the bottom of the 6th, and if they don't allow anything in that top of the 7th, it is game over, and the Wolves will escape here with a W.
Looks like the same pitcher is coming bottom of the 6th for this East Newton team. As we are about to get set here to start this of the sixth, or bottom of the sixth. Coming up to bat, Carter White, one of the two lefties on this team, is leading it off here for your Wolves. First pitching coming here is lined to left field. It is called fair as Carter White's rounding second. Throws coming in is safe. Carter leads it off with a double here. As you can see, he is vividly excited for that one. As he has a pinch runner come in here for him, Jackson Beeman. As that is a great way to start off this bottom of the sixth. Hopefully they can get some more insurance runs for Caden. As that is who's up to bat now, Caden Evans. Let's see if he can get his RBI for himself and get him a bigger run support. As Caden steps into the box here in a few, as the umpire was just noting something. Catcher gives a sign. First pitch incoming is low to the outside. Ball one. Next pitch is lined to shortstop. Thought about 2-3, and it got away from him. Jackson's going to stay at third, as that will be a fielder's choice with an error, as Caden gets to first and Jackson gets to third with nobody out in the bottom of the sixth.
Runners on the corners, and the Wolves just trying to get some insurance runs going into the top of the seventh. Now up to bat be Christian Ramsey, the junior, on this squad.
Yes, let's see if Christian can get something here for your Wolves. As Ramsey pops up, that looked like Caden was stealing as well, so they're trying to put on a hit and run. Pitcher gets the call. Second pitch incoming is high and inside, close to Ramsey's shoulder. Ball one. Catcher gets a sign to the pitcher. Pitch incoming is showed bunt. Foul off the netting to the right side. That is strike two. Catcher gives a sign. Incoming. As it is taken as strike three, as Caden advances. Safe, and the ball gets away, and Jackson scores from third. So now that is 3-1, and a runner second.
There you go. There's your runners insurance going into the top of the seventh, and there's only one out, and yet a runner is on second.
Yeah, that was a strikeout by Christian, but I think it was risk-reward. Take the strikeout and take the run. I think that's good balance. Pitch incoming here is fouled off the netting by Dallas Coleman. Catcher gives the call. The hands of Dallas. It looks like it didn't hurt him, which is good, as that will be a runner now on first and second with only one out.
Yeah, there you go. Way to wear it there for Dallas Coleman. And now we got a mound visit for Ethan and to damage in this inning.
Yes, they need to limit that damage. As it looks like the pitcher might be changing. Checking back in on the softball game, it is 2-8, and looks like the 5th or 6th inning, the top of it, as there will not be a change to the pitcher. They'll keep him in there for the rest of this inning, looks like. Coming up to bat, the second lefty on this team, Keller Gardner. Fresh. Long call here for the catcher. Pitcher gets it. Pitch incoming is lined out to the gap. Is anybody going to get there? The center field does get there, but it looks like Caden Evans will be able to tag up and get to third here. So first and third, 2 outs. I looked for a second as they would get to the gaps for Keller, but that center fielder had enough speed to go track it down. But that is a sacrifice fly for Keller. Now coming up to bat is MJ Bridges, the junior. Let's see if he can give Caden, the runner on third, a little bit of insurance runs for his top of the 7th. Pitch taken, strike 1. Pitch incoming is swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Cooper, the pitcher. 1-1, 0-2 count here quickly now for MJ. Cooper gets the call. Pitch incoming is swung on, grounded to shortstop. Oh, it gets past him, as now that is a runner on first and second as KJ comes in from third. So now Caden has 2 more insurance runs for him in the top of the 7th. And if we can get more here, that'd be fantastic, as Isaac Hayes comes up to bat with runners on first and second. We are seeing more of this Reed Spring team get more hits and more efficiency with people in scoring position, as they score 2 more in this inning. As that ball is taken, strike 1. Pitcher gets the call. Pickoff attempt. As the ball gets past him, Dallas thinks about advancing, but sees it's not far off, so he'll stay. Nice job by the center fielder to break in fast enough to get to that. As Cooper gets the call here, pitch incoming is low and outside to the left, ball 1. One count now. Pitch on the way. Taken high and inside. Ball 2. That is a 2-1 count now with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Pitcher gets a sign as they try picking off MJ as it gets past him. Now the runners are advancing to second and third. Another costly mistake there by the pitcher. Two-one count now. Still the same with 2 outs, but now runners on third and second. So if he can just hit a gap single here, and we will be great. Because that will probably most likely score 2 with the fast MJ Bridges on second. Third ball now, as that one is outside. 3-1 count. One of the hitter's favorites counts, as it is very hitters friendly. Pitcher gets a sign. Pitch is on its way. Taken, strike. 3-2 count. Full count there for time called by the batter. I believe, yes, that is Isaac. Pitch incoming. Swung on, popped up, foul. Fouled back behind the thing. That will be a 2 count still. Checking in on the softball game, it is now 4-8, as it looks like the team they're facing has got a little bit of life in them now too, with them scoring 2 runs in this inning. Hopefully their pitching can get that done. Our pitcher gets a sign. Swung on, flied up to the right fielder, calls off the second baseman, as that is 3 outs now in this inning. As looks like KJ will be back on the mound to end this inning, or try to get this inning with a save opportunity with only a 3-run lead. Let's see if he can get some of those pitches under control. That's what I see a lot with these Reed Spring pitchers, is they get themselves in a lot of hitter-friendly counts and not a 1-2 counts. It's been a great game to watch, though.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they have held this East Newton team to, 5 straight scoreless innings after laying up just 1 run in that first inning. So they're doing pretty good so far. Yeah, they get themselves into situations, but they find a way to get out of them. And it's not how you start sometimes, it's how you finish. And that is a big key so far for these Reed Spring pitchers.
Yes. We're about to get underway again in this inning. Looks like KJ is still warming up out there, taking a little extra time, trying to see if he can get that control down. That looks like it'll be the last pitch for him to warm up on as the batter comes in now. Now batting number 0, the pitcher, Caden Cole. His name's not Cooper, it's Caden. Pitching coming here by Caden is a strike in there. 0-1 count now. I don't think the batter liked that one very much. He didn't even try to swing or check swing. As that one is high, ball 1. One is hit to Landon on a one hop, thrown, and nice pick there by Carter White. That is one out now in the top of the 7th. Looks like there will be all righties this inning if KJ can get that 1-2-3 inning. KJ gets the call. Strike one. Isaac gives Caden the call. Pitch incoming is high, ball one. That ball hit to Isaiah. Nice diving play there. Picked out by Carter White. Amazing play there by the freshman third baseman.
Now just one out away here for this Wolves team to get the W here on a 3-run game. That will help them tremendously with morale going into the later half of the season.
Yeah. As Caden gets the pitch here. One is taken, ball. Pitch is taken, strike. Pitch is incoming, low and in the dirt. Two one count. Caden gets the call. Pitch is on its way. Taken, thrown to the backstop. 3-1 count. Let's hope he can get himself out of this one and get a 1-2-3 inning here. Pitch incoming is swung on. That was a nice pitch. Fooled the batter. That one was in the dirt. Full count here with 2 outs. This could be the last pitch of the game. Pitch incoming. It's taken low in the dirt. Ball 4, as that is a walk by Caden. Now batting number 3 for this team, for this East Newton team. Pitch incoming here. Strike. Nice fastball right there by Caden. 0-1 count. Caden gets a call. Pitch is on its way. Inside. Batter has to get out of the way. 1-1 count. On its way. Low. As the runner does not try to advance as the ball gets away. Nice job there by Isaac to keep it close. 2-1 count. Another hitter-friendly count. Pitch incoming here by Caden is taken outside. 3-1 count. Another 3-1 count here for Caden. That's back-to-back 3-1 counts. As hopefully he can get back into this one. As a bigger lead here by the runner at first, as that is a back-to-back walks for Caden. Now batting number 4, Tucker Larson for your East Newton. As a pinch runner will come on here for the runner at first. Hopefully we can get this under control and stop all these base runners, because that was back-to-back base runners getting on by walks. Caden looks the runner back, and the ball incoming, swung on, back pick by Isaac. Runner gets back in time, so strike 1 here in the top of the 7th. Caden looks the runner back. Pitch. Never mind, the pitch is not incoming. Called time by the batter at home. And checks the runner. Pitch incoming. Is swung and missed. 0-2 count here. Let's see if Caden can get this 3rd strike here and end this game. Pitch is taken, strike 3, as that will be the end of this game. Your Reed Spring Wolves win it 4-1. A great game here by your Reed Spring Wolves, pitching and batting wise, as we got 2 more runs in that bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, very good game tonight. As he said, your final score will be 4-1. Wolves look to take this one here in a close matchup. Stay tuned for tomorrow, as we will be streaming girls softball here about the same time tomorrow night. Until then, have a great night, stay safe, and go Wolves.